Welcome to Porthmeor Beach, St Ives, venue of the 99 Ginsters Survival. You are about to witness the most grueling lifeguard ocean event, the finest Ironmen and women in Europe. These ultra-fit athletes are about to push themselves to the extreme. Let's take a look at some of the competitors from around the world lining up in this 30-strong field.
I think my best discipline is the board because I practice a lot of board paddling in Australia, and my bad leg is this run. I hate running, so I think it will be very hard for me at the end.
Back home in our winter, it's not even like 20, it gets 20 degrees Celsius, the water, and here it's like 18, 17 degrees, so I think it's going to have a major effect on us. We're not used to the cold, and I think our bodies are going to take a knocking.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the survival. It's a very endurance event which I feel better in, and I've been working on my running a lot more this year, so hopefully I'll do a lot better in the run.
My best discipline was the swim. Now I prefer, and my best leg is the board, and I'm working so hard by skiing in Australia, so board and ski, I'm okay, and I hate the swim now.
My race plan will probably be to go out pretty hard on the board and get an early lead, and seeing as it's separate events, you know, I'll just have to try and hang in on the swim onto Nick's feet if I can, because it's really cold, and I hope that we can wear wetsuits, but we're not going to be able to, I don't think. So, you know, it'll be tough.
I rate the survival as one of the main targets. It's one of the biggest events of the season. There's huge media coverage compared to the other events, and I just really enjoy it. Enjoy the format of the race.
Yeah, survival's probably my favourite event, so I'll probably like to take out the yellow lycra in that. It's good because of all the crowds and there's thousands of people watching, TV cameras and doing interviews, so it makes you feel quite good, as well as a good competition with all the other guys there, the top guys from all over the world, South Africa, France, Germany. So it's a really nice one to be in.
My name's Nick Thorne, British Ironman champion from last year. I'm pulling through for this year, hoping to keep my reigning title. I'll probably dominate my stamina and ability, maybe going on the board. Soon I just come back from Hawaii, Britt Corey Hutchins and a lot of the top Uncle Toby's guys from Australia, which is pretty good for an English guy, so I was happy with that. And my Ironman's always been pretty good. I've been concentrating on my ski paddling, and obviously my swim's always been a pretty strong leg as well.
The first event is the Ginsters paddleboard race. The competitors will paddle 500 metres out around the red Ginsters marker buoys and return to the beach. They will complete this course twice. And now over to race commentator Glenn Eldridge.
And look at the competitors edging forward already. The start has gone. They hit the shore break, very tricky, but look at Ryan Butcher on the left-hand side of your screen. His work rate is very high, as is Nick Thorne in the yellow lycra jersey, heading out to the first can. And already we've established 3 leaders. Ryan Butcher, look at that technique there, really getting out long and strong on his knees. On the far side is Nick Thorne, possibly the race favourite. And in the middle we have French competitor Thierry Craviec. They're starting to form up into a group now as Ryan Butcher pushes forward, trying to establish a lead and his dominance over these guys. Great shot of the competitors going out to the cans there. All up on their knees, trying to make the best of the conditions. A little bit choppy, we can see at the moment, and that looks like Nick Thorne heading out to the can, still on his stomach. But right behind him is Shadow, the South African competitor Ryan Butcher. They get around the can quite easily there. Nick gets a good turn, but Thierry's really putting in the big strokes. And Guy Blackford from Crantock, a local Cornish competitor, is not too far behind. And there's Andrew Byatt, one of the young favourites for the race. Gets up onto his knees, starts paddling hard. Big group of paddlers. And there, Ryan is definitely establishing his lead at the moment. Thierry seems to be dropping off, but Andrew Byatt on the distinctive orange board is working very hard with the chops, pushing hard for the beach. And Thierry, the very distinctive long stroke on his blue board, is coming past the white can just now. But Nick Thorne going to his stomach. Great shot there of Lee Snedden from New Zealand, our female competitor, working very hard next to the young lads. And Kelly Van Veek, definitely a favourite for the board title here, from South Africa. Obviously mixing it pretty hard with the Australian competitor, Stuart Glenn. Look at the determination on Nick Thorne's face there. Working hard, points make prizes, and these people will be fighting for every place that they can get. Thierry keeping himself low on the board, working hard. But it's not all over. Ryan is still out in front, really working hard. And just look at the group of competitors there coming around the cans. Things are very difficult for the competitors at the moment. Each board produces a small wave which disturbs the water, and every other competitor is trying to get over, trying to push hard. Andrew Byatt is trying to push up, but Matt Thomas just at the top of the screen. But look at Nick Thorne shooting through there, takes the lead. Ryan's got to be annoyed with that. He'd be working hard now, and all of a sudden Nick Thorne's just caught up, really made up a lot of ground. And Thierry's fallen right off the pace. They've both lost it now. And Thierry's catching them both up. Coming into the shore break, and look at that, the three competitors, they've all regrouped, and it looks like they're going to be going around the course together again. Nick's off. There's Ryan. Making a bit of a mess with his board there, making life very difficult. He's given Nick a good lead. Is this enough for Nick to get out in front now for the rest of the board race? Thierry got his head down, he knows what he needs to do. He's just following Ryan. Andrew Byatt, not far behind, carrying his orange board. Small group of competitors there. Looks like Kelly Van Veek, a French competitor, and also Michelle Gammon. Guy Blackford in there from Crantock. Sharky White deciding to drag his board, trying to conserve some energy. As we look out to sea, again there's Nick Thorne on his stomach, preferring to stay on his stomach. Very fast style for Nick, but doesn't suit many of the other competitors. And there, what a cunning competitor we have. Ryan just staying behind Nick there, letting Nick do all the work. He's dragging Ryan around the course, literally getting sucked along by Nick's wash. Quick look over the shoulder there, he hasn't lost Ryan yet. A few hard strokes from Ryan just to make sure he stays right on the tail of Nick there. And there we have from Willicombe, Michelle Gammon. And the girl on the blue board really working hard up round the side. Guy Blackford, Leah Farragher, working together there to really in the lead group. They're working as a team, but out in front still is Nick Thorne. He hasn't got rid of Ryan Butcher yet. It's really going to be really telling when they come around these last cans. They'll be working the chops. Here comes our French competitor, Matt Thomas and Andrew Byatt. They've reeled in Thierry Kraviec. Made a lot of ground. Still heading out to the cans. We have a few competitors left, possibly the girls. Looks like Kelly Van Veek out in front. There she is, in the middle of the girls. And there's Michelle Gammon on the inside. Great can turn there. Gets straight to her knees, looking for a real powerful stroke to take her home. Kelly just nudging in front. And as we can see, two competitors either side of her at the moment. And one of them's a man. It's Thomas Zackart from Germany. And Michelle Gammon. Both of them staying on the sidewash. And here we have Ryan. He's got his head down now. Nick's up on his knees. Makes a change. Really trying to take advantage of these really small waves that are coming onto the beach. Nick looking behind. No assistance there, but Ryan still working hard. Now that can make a difference. Ryan stayed on his knees. Nick is laying down. And there you can see a great shot of Ryan. Really using all the power in his muscles there. Pushing hard on all the runners. And Kelly Van Veek, great shot. Working hard, head up, getting the chest very low to the board, driving. And then we have Michelle, looking a little bit tired. Her style's a little bit more crouched. She's hunched up. That's going to be inhibiting her air intake. Oh, look at the power of Nick Thorne there, pushing hard on that runner. Ryan's going to be really pushing hard for this now. Nick's fallen off. These are going to be valuable points here for the rest of the race. Working hard, coming into the short break. Is Nick just behind him? Gets off his board cleanly this time. Sprinting up the beach. Nick gets caught in the shore break. That's a great win for Ryan there. A good effort. Let's hope he's got enough for the rest of the race. And there's Nick Thorne, casually crossing the line, sucking in the air. They've only got 10 minutes. Still out in the water we have Kelly. Looks like she's leading at the moment, leading the girls back onto the beach. Matt Thomas. Andrew Byatt, Thierry Kraviec. Now these two are going to sprint hard. They want these valuable points. Andrew Byatt on the inside. This is a very hard move. Both competitors tussling hard. Now Andrew worked hard for that. Did he use up too much energy? We'll find out later on. Difficult dismount there. And who's off first? Looks like Thomas Zackert for Germany. And Joe Shepherd, our 16-year-old. And there's Kelly, leading Michelle Gammon home. That was a good race between our two female competitors.
Sure, it was a very hard race, huh? Very, very hard. But I think sitting on Nick's wash on the second leg, I saved a lot of energy and it paid off coming back. Managed to get the better of him on the runs, so it was a good race. But not looking forward to the cold, yeah. It's going to be even harder, I think.
And there we have Stephanie Barnet from France, looking a little tired there. Hopefully she's going to be okay to carry on competing through the race. We'll get an update on that later. And there's the German competitor, Steffi Eckers, crossing the line. And there's Stephanie Barnet from France, really not looking very well at the moment. Gear handler is looking a little concerned.
I didn't really know what to expect, you know, with the girls and the guys, but yeah, I was very happy where I came. I had a good race.
Do you have a race plan?
Not really. It's our off season back home, so I'm just, you know, going with the flow, seeing what happens next, seeing how I'm feeling when I'm racing, and when I feel like I can go fast, I'll go.
And what does the water feel like?
Once your body goes numb, it feels okay. It's a bit cold compared to home, but it's all right. I'm handling it.
And the paddleboard result, it's Ryan Butcher, South Africa, takes out 30 points with the British guys in behind. Then we have further down Callie van Veek on 12th, she's the first woman home, followed by Michelle Gammon. Lee Snedden in 18th is the third woman, and then the rest of the field are in close behind. Unfortunately, Stephanie Barnet has to pull out of the event as we go forward to the snug surf swim.